The summer break is taking its toll on all of us F1 fans. It always feels like forever, and I can't wait for that next race. But while we're waiting for that, some of you might be wondering, hey, maybe I should give this whole F1 Clash thing a try. But you're unsure if it's not already too late to get into F1 Clash, or you're unsure what F1 Clash really is and how it all works. So if that's the case, then this is the video for you, because that's what I'm going to chat about today, and also run you through one race in F1 Clash to show you some gameplay and give you some insights into what awaits you in the world of F1 Clash. So quickly before I get into the race, just some context. So in F1 Clash, you can set up your different car components and your two drivers. And just to quickly set that up, getting better drivers and upgrading your drivers, it costs money. Getting better car components and upgrading them costs money. So you want more money and you want to progress in the game to unlock more components, earn money to upgrade them and get a better team. And that's basically the gameplay loop. And now let me run you through a race, the casual race. There's like an event each weekend, but the casual race is the duel. So you're dueling against one other guy. And there's like several different series that you have to go through and unlock new series and get new parts, and I'm currently in series 7, so let's just get into the first race. And it's gonna look for a rival that's like of a similar experience, similar team score. Okay, that's close enough. I have a team score of almost 1,000. He has 930. It's actually quite lucky in my case, like 930 is a bit less, so yeah, should be good. Hopefully I can manage to win. And then we always start the race with like a simulated qualifying based on the qualifying stat of your driver and your car. Let's see, I qualified P8 and P19. And yeah, the first strategy decision at the beginning of the race is with what tire do you want to start? So we're at Bahrain, so there's no rain obviously, it's a dry race, 8 laps. And I think the quickest is going to be to go on the hards and do a one stop with the hard tire. And just because I want to secure or get a higher chance for victory, I am gonna take a little boost. There's several boosts that you can choose from to make your drivers better. And now the race is already starting, and race start was perfect for Behrman, and Hajar had a good one. And we're already up to P1. Wow, that's an amazing start by Behrman. He is also my best driver, so the one I'm most proud of. Hajar also doing a very good job in P7. And you can already see what I did at the beginning of the race is I changed the power settings. So I put them into push mode, which I think always makes sense for the first lap. So you have like your power unit and energy storage that you want to manage, and your tires, your boosts when you want to pit. So yeah, it's an F1 strategy game. You know, you're not the one racing. You're just putting your team together, trying to set up the team as best as possible for each track that you're racing in. Then you have to manage the race, you know, give them the tires, manage the power unit. Also, there's DRS. We're going to get into that in a second. And you're like the manager, and you want to get the best out of your team. And yeah, that's like the general insight into F1 Clash. Let's use DRS here on the first straight. That's going to give me a nice boost. Let's push through the corner here. And you can get really into it, you know, like push into the braking zone and then conserve a bit on the straight and push again into the corner and push through these high-speed corners to maybe do an overtake. Oh, that's close enough. I'm going to keep pushing. Maybe another braking zone here. Couldn't get it. Okay, conserve on the straight. And let's push. Can I do an overtake? Okay, what a shame. Would have liked to show an overtake. But it will maybe come on the next straight with DRS. Or on this straight. Okay, let's quickly use DRS here. Oh, they're pitting, actually. Okay. So I already showed a lot about F1 Clash. I'm going to get more into that in a second. For now, I'm going to have this guy pit and this guy pit. The most important thing is to avoid the double stack, so the distance between the two drivers needs to be good enough. But now I want to get a bit into, is it too late to get into F1 Clash? While we're watching my lovely Behrman here, I'm going to actually switch to the cinematic camera mode while he does his first pit stop. In my opinion, it's definitely not too late to get into F1 Clash. I get that you would be concerned about that because there are several games where it could be too late. You know, there's games where if you're like 1 week or just a couple days too late into the season, there are already so many people that are ahead of you and they're just gonna dominate you if you start trying. Like, take any survival game or things like Tarkov or, you know, shooters where you have to unlock better weapons and then you start the game, want to have some fun, have the starter weapon, and then people just absolutely annihilate you with the best weapon in the game. That's not the case in F1 Clash. F1 Clash is actually, in my opinion, really good at setting you up with people from a similar skill level, similar experience in the game, so that it's always fair and an interesting duel. So there's different series that you race in. So you start in Series 1, and then, you know, if you start the game, you're also playing against people that are just starting the game. And even I, that I'm racing in Series 7, I can't go into Series 1 now and then dominate new players, because even if I go into Series 1, I'll get people with a similar team score that are racing in Series 1 for whatever reason. So you're not going to get dominated by experienced players, so the matchmaking is really good, and you never feel like, oh, we lost first position here. I'm going to push a bit with my Bearman now. You never feel like that you're missing out or getting dominated by more experienced players. It always makes sure that it's a nice challenge by racing in the series. And even if you take part in the Grand Prix at the weekend, there's like a Junior Grand Prix, Contender Grand Prix, Challenger Grand Prix, and Champion Grand Prix. So even then, you can pick and choose the Grand Prix that you want to take part in. And you're never going to feel like, oh, I'm in a Grand Prix, I have no chance, I'm like in last position, all these guys have better drivers than me. So you can choose how difficult you want it. So if you're thinking about getting into F1 Clash, don't hesitate because you think it's too late. It's definitely not too late. Just give it a shot. Matchmaking is awesome. And I finished in P1, and Hajar in P3. Also didn't boost him. So let's push through this last corner here, and then he's gonna secure P3. Very nice. So that's 24 points with Bearman, 22 points with Hajar, and the race is only going to finish once my rival finished, and he was in P6, P12, so definitely beat my rival. And that's also the thing, this is a duel, but what matters is that you beat your rival, and that means you won the race. So in these duels, it's not really about what the bots do. That's more in the Grand Prix. In these duels, it's just about beating a rival. And now, since I beat him, I can continue. And that means I gained flags. So that's going to help me unlock the next series. And I gained 1.18 million coins. And that's going to help me unlock new parts and upgrade them. So I'm going to continue here. Yeah, there's also a weekly league that's going to give you better boosts and so on. And now I get a chest. That's going to take 3 hours to unlock. And that's going to give me new parts. Or maybe new parts, maybe just parts that I already have. You have like weekly goals and all that good stuff. So there's a lot to get into. You can take the game really casually. Like for example, in this case, you know, I was chatting with you, just a casual race. But you can also get really into it and manage every corner, every straight. And also if there's a safety car or rain, then it gets really exciting. But yeah, for now, I hope that gave you a little insight into F1 Clash. And yeah, hope you now know that you're definitely not too late. So if you want to give it a shot, hey, the game is free, so just try it out. Don't hesitate. I think it's a lot of fun. And yeah, if you actually decide to get into F1 Clash, maybe you want to check out my 5 beginner mistakes to avoid. I hope that helps you to get started in the game. And hopefully I'll see you in the rest of my videos. Have a good one. Bye.